what's going on, guys? It is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video, and today I got what if Goku was born with God Ki, one-shot or remastered series. This will obviously be a one-shot, as I've said before, and I really am gonna thank you guys for subscribing to the channel and for supporting the channel and helping us get this far. I really do appreciate it, and we are right now so close to 1,000 subscribers, and it would really mean the world to me if you guys did subscribe. But enough of that, let us finally begin this what-if scenario. So, in the age of 736, a young Saiyan child was born with immeasurable power, and I mean quite literally immeasurable. As the Saiyan child was born from a low-class warrior, but his power level is, or what makes him either low class, mid, or elite. But Goku's power level is unsensible, so the Saiyans, or the scientist Saiyans, would all classify Goku as lower than the low class Saiyan. Lower than the low. Goku was classified as the weakest Saiyan of any generation. But Bardock didn't believe so, since every now and then Goku's hair would switch colors from its original black to occasional red, a fiery red. But they'd never been able to actually, feel the energy or just read the energy from a scouter. Never been able to, due to the fact that God Ki is unsensible through technology and through sensing Ki. I assume through sensing Ki as well. You can't really feel your power level through Ki, if that makes sense. But anyways, we continue. As Goku was born special, but in the eyes of the Saiyans was born weak. Was born without any talent. But Bardock didn't believe so. Like I've said before, Bardock believed that Goku could be a savior. The savior that the Saiyan race needed to stop Frieza and to stop his reign of terror. So, Bardock still had the same interactions like he did in canon, and soon enough ended up figuring out or hearing about the plan of Frieza invading their planet, so he would send off Goku to planet Earth, where Goku would become the savior of that planet. But even though Goku did become the savior, he'd never really claimed to be a hero. Never. He just did that to protect his friends and family and everyone else he can. Not just to play the hero, but, just out of pure kindness. But as the young Saiyan child lands on the planet, he does succumb to an injury, and that injury would be that head, or when he fell and hit his head, which left him with a scar that would not really seal his power in a sense, but it would only block out his memory and that memory of his parents and all that, just the exact same as canon, not really sealing any power. So Goku was raised the exact same way, trained the exact same way, grew up exactly the same, and all of his fights so far are very, very easy, with him tapping into that fiery red power that he'd always relied on in these sticky situations. For example, fighting Piccolo, or Demon King Piccolo, and his son Piccolo. Even though Goku did overpower them barely, this power would come in handy every now and then. It would always pop up in the moments of desperation. So, Goku has decided to try and activate this power at will, and soon enough he's able to. And this would be right after the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai. Yes, wait, was it the 22nd or the 23rd? I'm just gonna say the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai. After winning that, he decided to continuously practice to basically transform into Super Saiyan God. But yet he doesn't know it's a God form, he just knows it's a form. He doesn't really know what to call it, but he just leaves it as was insane power up. He just doesn't really have a name for it for now. But anyways, we continue. As Goku grows and grows, as now he has a family, and we're gonna start at Dragon Ball Z, or the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. As the beginning goes exactly the same. Raditz, well, remembers his brother, comes to Earth, and tries to pick a fight. But what ends up going differently is Goku's strength being far greater than Raditz's, due to the fact that he constantly trained right after the Tenkaichi Budokai, constantly trained with Kami, and Kami even introduced him to, well, King Kai much earlier on, so he does have access to the Kaioken much earlier on due to the fact that he was introduced to King Kai earlier. And he has Spirit Bomb as well. And the 10 times gravity increase on his planet also helped Goku grow in strength. So it's obvious Goku's power level at this point, well, I don't know what I should really place it at, but I'd make it a little more even, or just above Vegeta's power level. By I'm gonna say a large margin. I'd just say about 33,000. I might be lowballing this a little bit too much, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 33,000 for now. But Goku will grow stronger. Don't worry. So Goku's power level at 33,000, while Raditz is at about 750, or I'm assuming it's about 1,500. That being a massive power difference, Raditz gets stomped by Goku. Not even a Piccolo-Goku duo or team-up. Then the Saiyan Saga happens. Goku ends up telling everyone about the training that they should do. And this ends up with Goku training with King Kai even more with his son, and Piccolo also ends up joining. But during their mid-training session, a Supreme Kai, or a Kai above King Kai himself, appears, known as the Supreme Kai, being called Shin, and with his little apprentice, Kibito, as they introduce themselves to Goku, as they're only interested in Goku, since Goku is the one with this immeasurable talent and power that they haven't seen in any mortal really in Universe 7. But they take Goku, and they leave Gohan and Piccolo to train with King Kai, as they improve the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb. And mostly, Piccolo has already got the Kaioken mostly down, and with his regeneration factor that he somewhat has, I think Piccolo has a regeneration factor, this also kind of cancels out the Kaioken's, injuring factor that it has while using the form. But Gohan, on the other hand, is struggling quite a lot with the Kaioken technique, but is able to go times 10 for only brief periods of time. But we move, as the rest do their training right, but Goku is now with the Supreme Kai. As the Supreme Kai trains Goku in the ways of the Kais, showing him different techniques that he can use in battles, as Goku gets trained, knowing how or understanding God Ki, more because of Shin's explanation, even though he wouldn't really listen half the time, due to Goku being just Goku, since he really isn't that smart. Even if you have many different forms, he isn't that smart. But when it comes to battling, that's where Goku's at. But anyways, we move from this. Goku finally understands the properties of God Ki, and learns how to use it, better than he normally uses it. As Shin shows him a few moves that he can use with God Ki, like the move he used against Broly when he stopped Broly's whole body completely. Even though Broly copied it in an instant, Goku was able to do the exact same thing, copying Shin's move. It makes it a lot stronger, like 10 times stronger than Shin's move, absolutely paralyzing Shin, and Shin couldn't even move a muscle. as Goku develops even more new godly techniques that he would have later on in canon, as now Goku's extremely overpowered. Like extremely, getting training and learning God Ki, this would boost Goku's power level. I kinda did lowball his power when I said 33,000, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say Goku's power level after training with King Kai for like I'd say half their training time and then training with Shin for the next half, I'd say it's safe to say Goku's power level would at least soar greater to at least above 20 million. That's a lot of increase in power there. But I think you should hear me out for a second. The Z sword is with Shin, and Goku can pull it out, and well, Gohan got extremely overpowered or stronger using the sword, so it's safe to say Goku could get that strong, and using the sword training and the training with the Kais, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say Goku's able to reach that power level in that short time span. And, well, Goku also implemented weighted training, so I kind of really think Goku's able to do that. But if not, pure plot armor, that could definitely cover it. But anyways, we continue. As now the Saiyan Saga commences, it's a total wash. The Z Warriors or the Z Fighters absolutely stomp Vegeta and Nappa. Goku didn't even need to show up, for Piccolo and Gohan were able to handle them rather easily. But Vegeta still leaves, since, well, some of, Goku's naivety or naiveness kind of rubs off on Gohan and Piccolo, so they let him leave. And Goku would have done the same thing either way. So Vegeta heads back, healing in Frieza's planet, as Frieza was already heading to Namek, where he'd found out about the Wish Orbs. As once Vegeta's finished healing, he went straight after Frieza. And most of those events go according to canon, so I'm gonna skip all of that. All of those events go really quickly, except the fact that Goku didn't even get injured, and that means Goku can just get his what's it called again? A spaceship or a space pod ready pretty quickly, as Bulma fixes it up for him, and Goku brings his son, Piccolo, and the rest of the Z Fighters who are up for the task and go to space, finding themselves at Namek after a week or so. And after a week, no one has found all the Dragon Balls yet. But with the Dragon Radar along with them, they are able to track the Dragon Balls much quicker, as Goku and Gohan are in the same group, and they are the ones who are going to be the assault team along with Piccolo. So they spread around Namek, looking for the Dragon Balls, as Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan will protect any village they possibly can, or save any Namekians from the Frieza force. This ends up with Goku meeting up with Frieza, and Frieza, stares Goku down, as Goku does the same, as Goku looks at him saying, "You must be Frieza, the one I heard that was called the cruel or cold emperor of the galaxy." As well, Frieza looks at him saying, "Well, I don't know who informed you of such information, but that is correct. I am the Emperor of the Galaxy. So bow before me, you Saiyan monkey." As Goku looks towards him with an unamused look, saying, "You wish, but let's get this battle started." As Goku already is in his fighting stance, as Piccolo and Gohan know that Goku's strong, but this Frieza guy has an insane aura. As Frieza, doesn't take too kindly of Goku's, insolence, so he instantly goes final form as Goku faces him off. First and foremost, he goes Kaioken first, then times 20, and with that insane multiplier increase, well, let's just say 40 million. Wow, his power level already exceeds Frieza. 20 million times 40 million, but it would increase due to gravity training, so I'd say 25 million. Yeah, I'd say 25 million doing gravity training. And with a 20 times multiplier that Goku has on with the Kaioken, he easily overpowers Frieza. Overpowers him in strength, speed, and all of that. But he knows he can't keep it up, so he stops using Kaioken after about 10 or so minutes and goes Super Saiyan God. Now Frieza is terrified since he's only felt this presence once, and that's when he met Lord Beerus. As he gets flashbacks of that time, he's now absolutely worried, so he powers up full power final form, but yet still gets clapped as Goku used that, well, hold on Frieza as he basically holds him still, and then fires an attack or just a barrage of kicks and punches which berate Frieza. Frieza not having any time to dodge since being, well, held down by Goku. Well, Frieza just gets absolutely clapped. Soon enough, Frieza is knocked unconscious, and Goku decides to keep him alive. But, Vegeta was watching and didn't take too kindly of this, and decided to finish Frieza off, while Goku was off staring into space. Vegeta manages to get the sweep and kill, well, Frieza with pure plot armor, using an attack he called Final Crash, actually able to kill Frieza, even though Vegeta wasn't as strong. Well, Frieza's endurance and defensive, stat right now is pretty low due to the fact that Goku pummeled him in Super Saiyan God, and he has no counter to that. So, Frieza gets killed due to plot armor. But anyways, we continue, as they finally save Namek, wishing for some wishes, move the planet, and save their elder by, granting a wish that Porunga can make. That wish making the elder's youth be restored. That giving the Namekian Dragon Balls more strength, and the elder can live a lot longer. But anyways, we continue. So now we move on past the Namek arc to the Android Saga, as now they are all arrived back, doing some more extra training, and Vegeta was taken along with them due to Goku's persistence, and Vegeta couldn't really stop him. So now, well, Vegeta comes along and tags along with him, and has now switched his views on things, as only doing so just to beat Goku. That's the only reason why he's doing so. But anyways, he still ends up with Bulma, and then, well, Trunks, the unexpected visitor that they've never really seen before, decided to show up. As he does, showing up, only seeing one ship with, King Cold there, just wondering where, Frieza was. As I forgot to mention King Cold, he still never got word from his son, so he decided to investigate, figuring out that his son died, and he wanted revenge from the Saiyan who actually killed him, learning of the Saiyan's name, Vegeta, as now King Cold was out for blood. But when all the Z fighters finally arrived to see the scene, well, Trunks has already cut up King Cold into many pieces, as he is now absolutely obliterated. But anyways, we still continue, as now Goku is informed about the hard virus and everything, and he should take this medicine, and He does so, but before they leave, or before Trunks leaves, he asks Goku for a challenge. As Trunks goes Super Saiyan, as Goku looks rather shocked, but rather shocked. But Trunks looks at him confused, saying, "You don't know this form?" As Goku looks at him, saying, "No, but I do have this form," as Goku's aura flares up, showing a fiery red aura, as Goku's hair changes from black to red. As Trunks is so confused, saying, "That's not Super Saiyan." As Vegeta, when hearing Super Saiyan, says, "You're a Super Saiyan," as he now starts ranting about the Super Saiyan legend and all that, as he thought Goku was a Super Saiyan, but I guess not. But he does remember another legend, and that legend being the Super Saiyan God that that died somehow. He basically a Super Saiyan God somewhere in Universe 7 ages ago, and he died. As now Goku is that Super Saiyan God, or is a new Super Saiyan God. As Trunks is so confused, he's never heard of a Super Saiyan God, and so do the others. They've never heard of Super Saiyan God. They just thought it was Goku's natural ability. And in some sense it kind of is, in another it's not. But anyways, we continue. As the battle with Trunks goes down, Goku slaps him. Trunks heads back, feeling an absolute sad defeat. And then a year or so goes by. Goku does take his meds, and now he's all good. No heart attack in the middle of the fight. And then Jiro decides to come in and start slapping up the city. But Yamcha and Krillin team up to actually take down Jiro or Android 20. But this time, he does not. I mean, Yamcha does not get absolutely slapped by Jiro. This time he actually survives. That being because he's gotten a lot stronger and just calm. But anyways, Jiro does manage to escape and finds a way to, androids, or to the androids, as he does release 17, 16, and he just released 17 and 18, and they destroy him, and then the other androids unlock 16. It goes down exactly the same way, and, well, they had the same interaction. But this time, Vegeta does awaken Super Saiyan, and he fights 18, absolutely getting slapped like in canon. But Goku comes in, slapping up the androids, like clapping each one of them. 17 goes out first. Goku throws a right haymaker. And then 17 comes in, or 16 comes in trying to go for a left. But Goku ducks under and kneeing him to the stomach and then sending him into a mountain. And then sends a flurry of blasts or ki blast straight toward him. As 17, or 16, my apologies, 16 could only block, getting absolutely pelted by Goku's onslaught of attacks, leaving 16 open for another attack, which Goku used to actually stop or completely paralyze 16 with his God Bind ability, and then create an energy orb made of God Ki and slammed it straight towards 16, which kind of clapped the robot as he immediately gets blown away. As that attack actually destroyed a bit of 16, or destroyed a little bit of him. That being some of his torso, just a little bit of it, including a little bit of his face, as that attack did do a lot of damage. But Goku is not really one to kill, so he left 16 alone, and then started to bash up the other two. And they were beating on the other Z fighters, so Goku stopped them and started bullying them, and, well, the list goes on. Goku absolutely clapped all of them, and Goku being this OP means the villains aren't as strong, but there is one villain that can actually rival him, that being Cell. As with all the commotion, one key blast that was led astray by 18 actually destroyed the incubator that was holding Cell, as Cell breaks free, as he now is looking for the androids. As he looks around, looking at the outside world, seeing that Android 18 is in a battle with someone known as Goku, as the programming in his brain, his brain tells him to go kill Goku, but he needs to get the androids first. So he finds 18 absolutely slapped up on the floor. So he goes up, picks him up, and then starts, using his tail to suck him up and put him inside his belly. And now, pause, now this man has an insane power, going to semi-perfect Cell. And then that kind of distracts Goku and the others for a split second, so he now swipes 18 and then sucks her up with his tail again. And now Cell is at his perfect form, and I do apologize if you can hear the background noises, as Cell will have somehow, possibly, Goku's God Ki ability, so he now is a lot stronger, as even Goku's been training constantly isn't able to keep up, even in Super Saiyan God, but Goku's already battle warmed, so he's a little tired out, but Cell has infinite energy at this point, and he can't do much, as Goku is absolutely getting slaughtered out there, but Goku did have one technique up his sleeve, something he thought about. That would be infusing Super Saiyan God with Kaioken. And this will be a very stamina draining technique, since Blue is more about control and all that, but Super Saiyan God isn't really based off controlling or control. So, with the Kaioken's calm mind and body increasing technique, or just enhancing technique, it isn't really a great matchup with Super Saiyan God's stamina siphoning, since it really does siphon off a lot of his Goku stamina. So at this point, he has to be rather quick with it. And with the fight with Cell using Kaioken times 10, Goku's able to land incredible attacks, and he's really, really fast. But on the other hand, his stamina is draining really, really quickly. But still having infinite energy, which kind of means stamina, well, he's not having too much trouble. It's just his regeneration that's keeping him alive. But Goku's struggling to keep up, and he knows this, so he amps it up to Kaioken times 20, which would probably be a big mistake on his part, due to the fact that it lowers his stamina and time limit in Super Saiyan God even further, but it could be a good risk to take so he can take out Cell. So now they're at the final part of the battle, the climax, as Goku and Cell clash fist, as each blow creates a shockwave, creating a mini crater as they continue this onslaught of attacks. As Goku finally backs up and goes in for the Kamehameha, but before he does that, he fakes the Kamehameha, which kind of fools Cell, and Cell has already left himself wide open, as Goku is like 30 seconds left on the clock. He uses the God Bind, and he was able to bind Cell for long enough for him to charge up a fistful of God Ki, and rushing at Cell at full speed, saying, "Dragon Fist!" punching a hole straight through Cell. And this is by pure luck. By pure luck, he manages to penetrate through Cell's stomach as a dragon comes through. A red, burning dragon comes through. As Cell, he doesn't really just get pierced through. The dragon kind of finishes him off, and, he gets eradicated, including the androids. So I'm sorry to say, in this timeline, Krillin will not have 18 as a wife, and will still stick with that blue-haired girl he had as a girlfriend before, 18. So, Goku is now defeated Cell, the strongest foe he's ever faced, and has pushed him beyond his limits. And you might be wondering why I let Goku win this one. Well, to be honest, I don't really know why I let him win this one. Since Cell would have easily slapped Goku, and why I say this is because Cell could easily control Super Saiyan God due to his insane potential and all that. And it is very possible he could do so. And he did, instantly achieving Super Saiyan God and having it to the same level as Goku, and Goku needed extensive years of training to even get it that far. But it's only by pure luck and chance that Goku managed to actually defeat him, since if he was a split second too late, Cell would have taken the advantage and would have been able to slap up Goku. But in this instance, Goku had just a little bit of plot armor left to defeat Cell. But anyways, we move from this. As now we move to the 7-year time skip. I think it was 7 years, as it's been so long. It's been 7 years now, and Goku has grown a lot stronger, even learning Super Saiyan, but not in the normal way. He actually learned it through rage when he was using Super Saiyan God, unlocking a new power known as now Super Saiyan Blue. As his son, Gohan, is also continuously training, and his newborn son that's about really young, still pretty young, he calls him Goten. As well, his son is a natural when it comes to being a Saiyan. His second or third son when it comes to transforming into a Super Saiyan. But well, his third son isn't really too battle keen, and is more of a childish kid for now. But anyways, we continue. As Gohan has been keeping up with training and hasn't been slacking off, so his strength would definitely be up there at Super Saiyan 2. Even at Super Saiyan 2, his power will still be up there. And he's definitely above Buu Saga Gohan from canon, and is above Cell Saga Gohan. So, now that that's over with, Goku is known as the champion, never losing the Tenkaichi Budokai, and always remaining the top dog. So Mr. Satan or Hercule will not be the champion. And no one would really acknowledge Hercule as a champion in this timeline, since Goku has maintained his role as champion, and they've even named a city after Goku, Goku being known as a champ worldwide. And not just that, he also has his own brand company, and it's like a farm company that Goku really supplies, or he supplies the whole farm company that he owns. And Chi-Chi told him to start this since, he's technically a farmer as well, and being the champion, he can also promote this with the money he's been earning from the farm and being the champion. So that has a lot of benefits. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the whole Buu saga. As we're gonna start off, everything goes exactly the same. Gohan still has himself being the Saiyan Man, or the Great Saiyan Man, while even though Videl isn't as relevant due to the fact she's not the champion's child, she still is strong, training in martial arts, since, her dad is a fan of martial arts, but he never decided to learn it because he never really decided to learn it due to the fact that he isn't keen on getting hurt in a battle. So, yeah, he just let that one slide. He just never really tried. But his daughter, always impressed, learning martial arts and becoming the same person as in canon, just not as stuck up, due to the fact that she's not as privileged as the one in canon, since she's not full rich because of, Hercule. But anyways, we continue. As now, Gohan had the energy taken out of him, and Kabito fixed him up. As Goku and the others, well, go into the battle area. As well, most of the events go as canon. Vegeta gets mind controlled, fights Goku. Goku stomps Vegeta, even with a margin increase, the margin boost. Goku has Super Saiyan God, along with Blue. Vegeta only has Super Saiyan 2. There's no difference. Goku no diffs Vegeta at this point. As it didn't even give off it didn't give off that much energy, because Goku's God Ki power is unsensible, and I think you have to have I'm not too certain. I think that, well, a Babidi's ability can only be used if the power is if he's able to sense the power. I'm not too sure, but for this what if, that will be the case. But anyways, we continue. As now, well, that whole arc goes by, and Boo is awakened. But Boo versus Goku happens. Goku stomps Boo, and Boo is stopped. And through some twisted fate, Boo still ends up being Kid Boo somehow. And then you have, right after that, Goku still slapping Boo, even with Kid Boo there. Kid Boo still gets slapped, and then you have the next part. Beerus awakens. As Beerus, the god of destruction, was sleeping for a long time, as he felt power during his sleep. But the fight with Kid Buu has awoken him, as now he felt the power of a god, and he knows that Whis isn't allowed to do anything without his permission or intervene with mortal problems, so it has to be a mortal, because there's no other person here who has God Ki besides him or Whis. And that must mean there's a mortal out there. There's a mortal out there that could possess such power. And Whis informs him of such a person, that being Goku. Goku, obviously being on Beerus' radar, goes and checks this out, and Goku and Beerus have the same interaction in King Kai's planet. But this time around, Goku goes Super Saiyan God, and this impresses Beerus, telling Goku that he's never felt this power in such a long while, that this will be a great fight. As they charge towards each other, as their punch collides, as it creates an insane shockwave that tears apart or cracks this otherworld dimension. As Goku can see this, as he stops the battle for a second, telling Beerus that they shouldn't fight here, that they should fight somewhere else, because they could definitely destroy this whole dimension. As Beerus does kind of agree, and tells or asks Whis to actually fix it, fixing this little crack in the whole dimension before anything else can occur. So now they teleport to a different area, and that being outer space. And you're probably wondering, Goku cannot fight in outer space, but I don't really know, since, well, you've seen in the movie Bardock and the other Saiyans were literally out in space. Not in deep space, but still in space. And they were able to fight. Goku was out in space fighting Beerus. Just not in deep space. Because people keep saying Saiyans can't fight in space. But that doesn't include all of space. It just means they can't fight really deep into space since they run out of air. But here, Goku can still fight. I don't even know the logic behind this, but I guess the planet, or just outside the planet, is fine. But yeah, that's where Goku can fight, just outside the planet. Yeah, that's where he can fight. So Beerus and Goku had another clash, and this time Goku getting pushed back, and Beerus then again in canon calls him unworthy of a rival, and this fires up Goku going into blue. As now Beerus gets another challenge, as Goku's new speed and power is a lot harder to adjust to, but some way he does adjust to it, and soon enough overpowers Goku and tells him that he's a great opponent to fight and that he would love for Goku to go to his planet to train under Whis so that they can have another battle someday. And Goku, being known as the champion, he has a lot of money, and his wife doesn't have too much of a problem with it. He just has to come back for meetings every now and then, and Goku does understand this. Vegeta doesn't have anything to do, so he goes along with it. But Gohan does decide to join every now and then, so he can get some good training down, as Goten is getting trained by Gohan. So, you best believe, Goten is a lot stronger than Trunks. Why I say this, Gohan has been training Goten, and Goten has been able to access Super Saiyan 2 thanks to Gohan. But Trunks isn't even able to access Super Saiyan 2. So the power difference is very clear, and Vegeta doesn't know of this yet. So Goten continues to grow stronger, but Trunks is left behind. So we have a little skip here as Goku and Vegeta train on Beerus' planet, as Goku already has a clear advantage, as he's just trying to master Blue, as he already mastered Super Saiyan God to an insane degree, having it for so long. But Vegeta has a little bit of struggle learning God Ki, but in the end, after like 6 months or so, is able to learn God Ki and has Super Saiyan God, and decides to challenge Goku, but in the end, Goku still slaps Vegeta due to Goku having more experience with the form and knows more about its abilities and its weaknesses, so Goku was able to overpower Vegeta. And now we have a little more training time, as Goku and Vegeta have now been able to access more power, new lengths of power, as Goku has now been able to master Blue. He's able to master Blue to an incredible degree. I'd say the same level as Goku in the Universe 6 tournament, as he's now incredibly broken. But he's also decided to add Kaioken to the mix, so he has that. Learning how to infuse Blue Kaioken into it, and learning how to somehow get the stamina drain out of there, so he improves himself there, as Vegeta just tries to improve his God form and then try surpassing it, as right after he, improves God or Super Saiyan God, he's able to go Blue not too long after Goku masters Blue. And Gohan, in the end, does manage to learn, Super Saiyan God, but he's been taking lessons from the Supreme Kai every now and then, learning about, the Kai things, and also breaking the Z Sword, unleashing the Elder Kai, and getting his ultimate form awakened, as it still gives the same boost, since Gohan still has the same potential. So, Gohan has ultimate, but also has God Ki. So what he does with this, he tries to mix both forms to make it even stronger, as it kind of does work. But Gohan needs to perfect Super Saiyan God first before this can even happen. So yeah, that's that for their training. But now we move on to the Universe 6 tournament, as we skip through most of that and get to the actual fighting, as the teams are the exact same, with the exception of Monaka. Monaka will actually not be participating. This time, the replacement for Monaka is actually gonna be Goten, because Goten's strength is a lot higher, and he's able to go Super Saiyan 2 at will, and he's almost maxed it out fully. So Goten will be going first, up against Batamo. And Goten isn't the greatest and smartest fighter, but he's able to realize Batamo's weakness and prioritizes on this and defeats Batamo. Next would have to be Frost. Frost ends up, trying to do some dirty tricks, but Goten, due to pure luck, is able to actually dodge one of those attacks and seize the needles, as he knows this guy is a pure cheapskate and is an actual liar about what he actually is. So Goten instantly accesses Super Saiyan 2, not holding back, and pushes Frost and, well, beats him in the fight. Next would have to be, well, that robot guy. And Goten, being an absolute child, is able to figure it out once he, well, gets absolutely stomped by the robot. The robot starts beating on Goten, and Goten starts insulting it, not knowing its actual effects. Soon enough, he does realize this and then starts insulting him even more, lowering the robot's self-esteem, to then Goten being able to defeat him with a lot of struggle, but still able to. Next up is Hit. Hit swipes, absolutely dominates Goten. Next up is Gohan. Gohan goes Super Saiyan, then 2, and then goes Ultimate. Hit's impressed with his strength, but clearly not impressed. Well, clearly not good enough, though. He tells Gohan he's impressed, but his form isn't good enough. But Gohan has one more trick up his sleeve. As his hair changes to a fiery red color, as now he turns Super Saiyan God along with Ultimate. This will be Ultimate Super Saiyan God, as his strength would just be below Super Saiyan Blue, so Hit would have a harder time, but would still be able to stop, well, Gohan. Vegeta is up next. He goes Blue, and he tries to fend off against Gohan, but in the end, Hit goes up against Vegeta. And Vegeta, in the end, still loses, but figures out Hit's, well, strategy. And, he figured it out. And Kakarot, or Goku, knowing, or being a lot of battle smarts, he's able to actually know that, well, figure out Hit's ability as well. And in the battle with Goku, Goku instantly goes Blue. And this really doesn't surprise Hit, but Goku's strength and speed in Blue is much more greater than Vegeta's, so he has to pick up his guard or take guard, or just be on the defensive for a little while. But soon after, he figures out Goku's speed and momentum. He slowly takes the advantage back, but Goku, being the persistent person he is, goes Blue Kaioken, and then fully dominates Hit, going Kaioken times 10, eventually defeating Hit. And Hit isn't able to do anything about it, and gets washed by Goku. And that concludes the Tournament of Power. Not the Tournament of Power, but the Universe 6 tournament. So now they have the Super Dragon Balls. So now Beerus makes a non-selfish wish, wishing Earth back on, well, Champa's planet, or Champa's universe. As now, we're gonna move into the Goku Black arc. Right after this would be the Goku Black arc. So, Zamasu, who is watching, is very, very angry and disappointed in the gods, and clearly wants to get rid of the mortals. So, he kills his master like normal, and then goes for Goku's body, stealing it, and then becoming Goku Black. Then Trunks would have to fight him, and the same interactions go down in canon. But this time, we're gonna move straight right into the whole arc. As Goku Black, well, we're gonna move into the second interaction, since they lost the first one, and even with Goku's new strengths and abilities, well, not really new, but, well, more stronger and profound abilities, it still wouldn't make a difference. So Goku would still get washed by Goku Black. But this time around, Goku was prepared. Actually brought the seal tag along with that pot. And as I was saying before, Goku brought the seal tag in the pot like he did in canon, but this time bringing the tag, because in canon he actually forgot it. So Goku, well, brought the seal tag, and this time in the second interaction they're a lot stronger, and like in canon, Vegeta went up against Goku Black and absolutely dominated him in that battle, but soon enough, Goku Black and Zamasu took the advantage again. And this time Vegeta got put down, but Goku was able to pick up the slack and take on two opponents at once. This was really taking a toll on Goku's body, since he had to go up against Super Saiyan Rose, Goku Black, and an immortal being, Zamasu, and his Kaioken, or Blue Kaioken times 20, is kind of running out right now. With the combination duo of Black and Zamasu, it's kind of hard for Goku to keep this up. So he tries and tries, but he still fails. And he ends up fighting against, well, Zamasu being fused. This would be the fusion of Goku Black and Zamasu. Zamasu, the fusion, well, that emerges from the insane light that had just happened. And Goku and Vegeta are finally back up on their feet and get ready to fight. But, just like in canon, they get washed by Zamasu. And Goku does put up a pretty good fight, being able to damage Zamasu somewhat, but that clearly isn't enough. So, in this fight, Vegito is born. As Vegito, or now, as he transforms, he yells out, "We are Vegito Blue!" as they transform into their Super Saiyan Blue form, and this time they're able to take down Zamasu rather easily with their more enhanced strength and power, as even Zamasu admitted that they were a lot stronger in power. And this time Vegito didn't really, he did not waste any time, because he knew he had a limited time span, because in the Potara fusion, well, you have a limited time span of 30 minutes, and if you use a power-up like Blue Kaioken, it would eat away your time in that form, or that fusion, until you have no more time left and you defuse. So, that's that. They were able to take down Zamasu and take the victory. As now, well, they help out Trunks, and, well, the same interaction happens in canon. Well, Whis ends up taking them to a whole separate timeline, where they are with two Trunkses instead of one, and Whis got rid of Zamasu in that whole universe. So, yeah, we skipped through the Goku Black arc pretty quickly, since, well, we're gonna move straight into the Tournament of Power very, very soon. So right after that, they definitely did bring Zeno, and, Goku did see Zeno's power, and Goku was getting really anxious, or just really impatient, and really wanted to have the tournament that Zeno told him about in the Universe 6 tournament. So, he really wanted that to happen, so he used the button that Zeno gave him, and tricked Beerus, and brought himself to Zeno's palace, as Zeno was really excited to see Goku, as two Zenos were there, as Goku asked to speed up the tournament so that they can have some fun in fighting. As Goku dragged a whole bunch of trouble, dragging all the universes from all the universes into this fight. And this was the exhibition battle, and the exhibition battle went into Universe 7's favor, as they instantly win it. The only challenge that Goku ever faced in that battle was Toppo. Toppo was the only one to push him to Super Saiyan Blue, and it was impressive, as the other gods were impressed with Goku's strength and abilities, being immortal and is yet able to fight on the level of the gods. As the exhibition battle still goes the exact same way, not really changing that much. But what does change is the training period, as it was going to happen in 1 month's time. The Tournament of Power happens in 1 month. As in that 1 month, Goku and Whis spent 3 days in the hyperbolic time chamber, training, as, my bad, and I do apologize if you can hear the car in the background, but anyways, we continue. But in those 3 years, Goku has been training with Whis, and Whis has been providing him the training he needs to enter Ultra Instinct. As Goku in those 3 years in the hyperbolic time chamber, he grew exponentially stronger, being able to access Ultra Instinct Omen at will. And it's even better since he's been able to access it for a long while. Like in the first year and a half, he's able to access Ultra Instinct and master Omen to an incredible degree. Not even gods can master that. as in the next year and a half, is able to access the full power of Ultra Instinct. And you're probably wondering why I'm making it so long, as Goku learned or mastered Ultra Instinct in like 40 minutes. And that is insane. 40 minutes time you're able to learn master Ultra Instinct. Well, that's insane. But this time around, I'm just gonna say Goku was able to enter that power, but was immediately kicked out. Just like what happened against Jiren's battle, Goku wasn't able to maintain the form. So we told him the basics of, well, Omen, and he had to master Omen before he can move on. And that helped Goku master Omen and then true Ultra Instinct, the true master of Ultra Instinct. As when Goku leaves the hyperbolic time chamber, he does not leave with his original black hair, he leaves with his now silver or white hair with his silverish eyes, as his aura is insane, as Vegeta was waiting with everyone else, as the original Z Fighter team was there. But what they did not expect to see was Goku. And Goku being this powerful. They weren't expecting it. Even Vegeta was shocked. He was training with Beerus for the whole month straight, and this whole month with Beerus was able to help Vegeta attain Blue Evolution, since he didn't want to fall behind. But it looks like he fell behind even further, as Goku and Whis just were stronger. As Goku, turns off or just goes back to base, and has a sense of being, and just picks up his clothes as they're getting ready to go to the Tournament of Power. As they say goodbye to their families and all that, and they head over to the Tournament of Power, where the gods create the gods create the battlefield with their godly abilities. As soon enough, once it's ready, all the fighters are now on the battlefield. As the clock starts counting down, as all of them separate, as their idea was to basically stay as one, but you got Goku and Vegeta and all of them really wanting to split up. So Gohan thought of a better idea, not to split up, but to get into groups. As Vegeta and Goku are their own group. Yeah, they're their own group. They're just that strong. Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin are one group. 17 and 18 are another group. Roshi, Tien, and who else did they got on the team? Wait, let's just bring that back. Frieza's there as well, I think. Should I add Frieza? I feel like not adding Frieza for this one. Okay, for a replacement, I'm gonna say the replacement would have to be, who should I do for the replacement? To be honest, I'm just gonna go with, I feel like I'm gonna go with Goten in this one. Since Goten is a lot stronger, already being in a tournament, in like the Universe 6 tournament, he knows how to fight, and Goten in this timeline is actually gonna be a lot stronger, as, he's able to access even higher levels of power, and Gohan has been training him along with Piccolo, so Goten has the power of, Super Saiyan God on his side. Why is that? It's because they did the ritual on Goten, just in case he ever needed it, so he's already above the level of Kale, Caulifla, and Kaba. He's already above them, and I'm just making Goten broken, but anyways, we continue. As Goten was gonna tag along with, Roshi and Tien, as they all split up into their groups and start fighting. As the first universe to go down, I think it was Universe 9, with their wolf people. Yeah, Universe 9 got taken down rather quickly by Goku and his group, as it was super easy. As now they move on rather quickly, as they fight individual Saiyans here and there. As Goku, soon enough, goes up against many others, soon enough ending up against Jiren, as Jiren and Goku face off, as Goku knows not to mess around, but really wants to test his abilities first, going at Super Saiyan and fighting Jiren. as Jiren does not find this amusing and just takes the punch. As Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, skipping 2, since they did that in canon, they skipped Saiyan 3. So, for this timeline, I'm gonna say they skipped Saiyan 2 for this one. As Goku does a barrage of attacks, kicks and punches, but Jiren counters by opening his eyes, and many attacks hit Goku at once. As Goku backs up, saying, "You're rather strong now, aren't you?" As Goku goes Super Saiyan God, as Jiren was able to block all of Goku's punches. As they create a mini crater, as Goku now powers up to blue, as both of them stare each other down, as Goku goes for an uppercut, as Jiren blocks it, as both of them are now into a big clash, as each punch they throw at each other creates a shockwave, as right now Jiren still has the advantage over Goku, as they're fighting and creating insane shockwaves throughout the whole battle, or the whole arena, well, a battle stage. Gohan, Piccolo, and who else is with him? Yeah, Krillin is with them this time. Krillin is with them, so they're off on their own fighting another another universe. Well, let's just say it's Universe 3 with the robots. I think it was Universe 3. I'm not sure, but it was some random universe. All right, some random universe, and Gohan was up against some random dude, beating him instantly. And now Piccolo manages to find himself up against the Namekians from Universe 6 as they start fighting. As Piccolo is strong, but isn't strong enough to actually. I do apologize if you can hear that. Hear the background noises, but anyways, we continue. So Piccolo is strong, but isn't strong enough to take on the Namekians, who have all of their people fused within them. So it's really tough for Piccolo to actually beat them, but he tries his best. As Gohan also helps. As Krillin, well, he was there helping, but he got knocked down by Frost, since Frost was going around being a snake and taking out people sneakily, or very sneaky. He was going around very sneakily and knocking weak opponents down, and this is helping Universe 6. But, well, Frost ran into Goten, and he got mad, and Goten knocked him out instantly, since Goten is absolutely broken in this time. Well, much more broken than he was in canon. So anyways, we continue. As Gohan is now helping Piccolo, as Gohan's in his ultimate form, as Piccolo is struggling. And this kind of reaction kind of gets to Piccolo, as he almost gets knocked off. As Piccolo was punched straight in the gut as he was falling, an orange symbol, literally comes on his back. As an orange symbol of a dragon appears. As an orange light glows. As, yes, Piccolo will be unlocking his orange form in this timeline here, and I don't really see why not, because the Super Dragon Balls are there, so I'm just gonna say, well, Super Shenron will manage to help Piccolo out in some way, and Piccolo was able to get connected to the Super Dragon Ball, since he was able to do that with the normal Dragon Balls on Earth, getting boosted to the Orange Piccolo. So Piccolo transforms, and this is a much stronger Orange Piccolo due to the fact that it's powered by the the Super Dragon Balls. As for this specific what if, I'm gonna say Piccolo can transform into Orange Piccolo just by, tapping into the power of the Dragon Balls and combining it with himself. And it truly depends what Dragon Balls he's using, because if he, uses the Super Dragon Balls, he'll be the most broken one there. So I'm just gonna say he's only able to tap into one of them, since one can legit power so many planets, since it's that powerful. So he's only able to tap into one of the Super Dragon Balls, and is already able to wipe the floor with the other Namekians, knocking them out. As Gohan goes Super Saiyan God, since he's already fighting another opponent, and this opponent would have to be Dispo, as Piccolo, his power astonishes people, and he ran into Topo as he is already fighting Topo. While Vegeta was fighting some other rando, we get back to Goku. Goku is in the middle of the fight, and it seems like he was losing, as Goku doesn't really want to go Kaioken since this would be very, very stamina draining, as he already fought Jiren and is already battle warm, as he backs up a little. As Jiren stands on a stone or a rock, looking up at Goku on his stone or rock, as Jiren yells, "So, Son Goku, is this all you got, or are you just that weak?" As Goku clenches his fist, saying, "Well, you'll just have to see, now won't you, Jiren?" As Goku closes his eyes as his hair goes back to base form. Or goes back to black as he goes back to base form. As Goku's hair starts rising a little, as it changes what it used to look like, just by a tiny bit, as it doesn't seem too different, as Goku breathes in and out, as you can feel warm or hot air just coming around Goku, as he breathes in and out. As he keeps breathing in and out, a white aura surrounds Goku, as you can hear the theme song for the Ultra Instinct, or Ultra Instinct theme song. As he opens his eyes, a barrage of attacks already hit Jiren as he gets sent flying backwards. As Jiren lands and does the exact same thing, but Goku counters that whole attack. As Jiren looks towards Goku saying, "Ah, so, Son Goku, this must be the power you have." As he smiles saying, "Let's see your power in action." As Goku and Jiren collide, as they dash towards each other, as Goku goes in for a kick, as Jiren does the exact same, as both of them at blinding speeds kick each other, as like a massive impact or shockwave occurs, as both of them continue fighting in the air. As Goku is legit going so OP at this point, going blindfold, basically blindfold, closing his eyes and only relying on his instincts to actually dodge, counter, and attack Jiren. As Jiren is just shocked to see Goku being able to do any of this, as he powers up his fist full of ki, trying to knock Goku back. Goku dodging this and going right behind Jiren, powers up a Kamehameha, but Jiren blocks it with his own attack that blows both of them back. As Jiren powers up to his full power state, not his hidden power, as Goku is now struggling a little more, but Goku yet again somehow goes surpast Ultra Instinct even further, as now Jiren's struggling. As Goku and Jiren continue this fight, but Jiren gets pushed even further, as his God of Destruction yells at Jiren, as he tells him to do better, as if he loses, that he knows what will happen, as his God of Destruction keeps threatening him and his people, and this enrages Jiren, as Jiren awakens his hidden power, as Jiren bulks up, as now Jiren's at full power, along with his hidden power, as Goku also goes full power, entering Mastered Ultra Instinct, as an insane fight goes down, as Topo also goes into his God of Destruction form, because I feel like this would be a really interesting fight, as Orange Piccolo and God of Destruction Topo go at it, as Dispo at full power goes up against Gohan in Ultimate, but Gohan's struggling, so Gohan goes Ultimate, as he's already in Ultimate, so he goes in Super Saiyan God, and this kind of evens the playing field, but it's still hard, as Gohan drops Ultimate and just transforms into Blue, and then stacks Ultimate onto it, and this would really boost their power, as Gohan's power is boosted already with Ultimate and now Blue, as Gohan and Dispo go at it, and soon enough Dispo falls to the hands of Gohan. And Vegeta was in the middle of a fight with Kale and Caulifla, since Goku's taking a lot longer to fight Jiren than in canon, so Vegeta's busy off with Kava, Kale, and Caulifla, as now he's just fighting them, and he's being like Goku for just this once. But they're taking it a lot more seriously, and they fuse. And this puts a lot of stress on Vegeta, as now he has to face, well, Kaba along with um Kefla, along with Kefla. As Kefla goes Super Saiyan, well, Legendary Super Saiyan, or just the Berserker. I think it was Super Saiyan Berserker form. I'm not too sure on the name, but yeah, it's something like that. It's just Super Saiyan, like Legendary Super Saiyan. Let's just leave it at that, even though that would probably be wrong. So yeah, it goes into that state, and well, Vegeta goes blue, and that is not strong enough. So he has to go even further beyond, accessing his ultimate form, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. And now the fighting, or the playing field, is a lot more even, due to the fact that Blue Evolution is the same strong as Blue Kaioken times 20, but takes the edge over Blue Kaioken times 20. But anyways, even with that revelation, Kefla is still able to wash Vegeta. And Goku is washed by Kefla, so it wouldn't really matter. As there's no way I'm gonna unlock Ultra Ego here. Vegeta doesn't have that training yet, and doesn't know any Hakai moves and all that, and even if he did, he can't really use it. So, yeah, this is just terrible for Vegeta, as he's getting absolutely bodied by Kefla and Kaba, his students. And Goku right now is bodying Jiren and ends up clapping Jiren much earlier on, so he gets finished with that, staying in Ultra Instinct, and soon enough helps out Vegeta. Actually, Topo manages to get a little bit of an upper hand, but then Piccolo gets an insane power boost and still manages to take the edge over Topo. Soon enough, there comes Gohan helping out any other Universe 7 contestants, and soon enough, Universe 7 is declared the winner. And the MVP, I'm just gonna say it was Goku. He knocked out a lot of people, mostly Universe 9 and other universes. But hey, Goku still takes MVP and wishes all the other universes back, just like he did, or just like he would have in canon. I think he would have done that. Or he would have just gave it to any other person, and if he gave it to Vegeta, only Universe 6 would really exist. So he gave it to someone who'd wish, or have a good wish. 17 wishing, making another wish, as he wishes that all the other universes that were destroyed to come back, as they were, revived again, so all the other universes don't really die. And, yeah, I think I might leave it off there. So what do you all think? What did you guys think? Did you guys like this remastered version of What If Goku was born with God Ki? Tell me what you guys think. Was this better than the original, or was it worse? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell while you're at it. And without further ado, I'll see you all in the next What If scenario. Peace.